Hello, I'm Daniel, and it's a big pleasure to find you again. If you are new, welcome. In today's class, we are going to talk about intonation. Intonation! Yes, of course, we are going to focus on intonation. I know, don't worry. I know when you hear talking about intonation, your head getting bigger and bigger. But everyone can learn intonation. But in this class, I am going to define intonation for you. And after, we are going to practice intonation in a short conversation. Don't worry, pas inquiétez-nous. Dans cours ça, nous allons apprendre intonation et nous allons pratiquer intonation ensemble. OK, je pense que vous avez aimé la vidéo ça et vous déjà bay support par leur partager li avec leur like vidéo. I'm coming back to teach you what intonation is. Don't move. Hey, I'm back. Are you ready? I think you're ready for the class today. And we're going to talk about intonation. I know. Okay, we're going to talk about intonation, but my question for you, what is intonation? Intonation. Maybe you are thinking, intonation. Okay, let's go to Cambridge Dictionary. According to Cambridge Dictionary, intonation is the sound produced by the rising and falling of the voice when speaking, especially when this has an effect on the meaning of what the person wants to say. Okay? This is what intonation. When you talk about intonation, you see the melody, the rhythm, you see stress when talking about intonation. The way you play the words in the sentence when you are speaking, the way you speak, where you lower your voice, and where you get your voice up. This is intonation. Good. Now, let's go. I have 4 sentences for you to practice that. Moi, j'ai 4 phrases pour me pratiquer ça avant que nous aller dans l'exercice côté ou même where you're going to try with me. Okay, the 4 sentences. But before that, let me tell you. Intonation is where you lower your voice, get your voice down, and where you get your voice up. Okay? Where you lower your voice and get your voice up. Moi, je dis intonation, c'est côté où élever voix, à côté où descendre voix. And this sentence, they say, what is your name? What is your name? What is your name? Okay. When I say, what is your name? Do I lower my voice or I get it up? Okay? Est-ce que moi descends voix ou bien moi monter voix? Let me dire, what is your name? Yes, I lower my voice. Whenever you see this dot, it's a falling intonation. And whenever you see this, it's rising intonation. Rising intonation, c'est côté où élever voix. And falling intonation, c'est côté où descend voix dans une phrase. In a sentence, where you get your voice down in a sentence. You lower your voice. Okay. What is your name is a falling intonation. Why? I don't say, what is your name? I say, what is your name? Okay, you see the falling intonation. It's not, what is your name? It's, what is your name? Okay, and know that when you have a WH question, logon question qui commence par WH, eh bien, these kind of questions, very often, you should lower your voice at the end of the sentence. When you have a WH question word and an interrogative sentence, very often, you should lower your voice. Okay? When I say what, where, when, and a question, I can say 90%, and 90%, you should have falling intonation. Moi, je dis, là, il y a un WH question, un mot interrogatif qui c'est H question. Par exemple, what, where, à 90% dans fin phrase là, ou capable gagner yon falling intonation. Ça veut dire ou capable baisser voix dans fin phrase là. Okay? Like I say, what is your name? Is a falling intonation. Okay? A falling intonation. Good. The second one is, my name is Jack, J-A-C-K. My name is Jack. Like you say, what is your name? My name is Jack, J-A-C-K. It's the falling intonation again. Okay? C'est toujours falling intonation. My name is Jack, J-A-C-K. It's the falling intonation. All right, now let's go to the rising intonation. What's your name again? And what do you see? This is the reason why I just said to you, when you have WH question, and 90%, it should be a falling intonation. Why do I say that? Because the sentence can change. Pour qui ça me dit ça à 90% lor gen WH question pas dit à 100%? C'est parce que phrase est capable de changer. I take the same example. Moi prends même exemple là. Moi dis what is your name? In here I have again. The stress and again is in the second syllable. I say again. This is the reason why I have a rising intonation because of again. What is your name again? Do I say what is your name again? No. It's again. Okay? What is your name again? It's the rising intonation because of again. Good. And the person keeps asking question and say Jack, J-A-C-K. This is a question, you see? It's the rising intonation. C'est même moun nan ki dit Jack, J-A-C-K. It's a question. This is a rising intonation. Parce que moun nan éleve voix li nan fin sa yo la. Jack? G-A-C-K? It's a rising intonation. Good. You say, when you have a question using do to form the question, like, do you know me? Okay, do you know me? It's a rising intonation. And when you inverse the subject with auxiliary verbs, like, are you American? It's a rising intonation. You must be careful because of only one word, the sentence can change and the intonation can change. You must be careful. And the stress of the word. Okay, be careful. Now, I think you understand. Mwen pase que vous comprenez intonation. Here, falling intonation. Mbese voix parce que nan fin phrase la mouri. And if you don't know that very well, when you're reading, you can make mistakes. Sou pa kon sa bien lo appli ou ka fe erreur. Because when you have a period, you should know what to do. Let's practice now. On nous pratique exercice ça. These are the sentences on the board. It's a conversation. The conversation between Daniel and Sarah. It's A for Daniel and then B for Sarah. You're going to see that. Okay, these are the sentences. And after, you're going to check falling intonation if the sentence has a falling intonation, and rising intonation if the sentence has a rising intonation. Ki so pral fò pral checker nan espace sa si phrase a gen nan fin li yon falling intonation ou ap check el ou bien si son rising ou ap check el. Here we go. Let me read for you. Hi, I am Daniel. Ki sa ou wè nan phrase la? Eske mwen eleve voix nan fin phrase ou bien mwen baisse voix nan fin phrase la? Do I lower my voice at the end of the sentence or I get it up? What do you see? Est-ce que mwen leve voix nan fin ou bien mwen descend voix nan fin? Qui sa li supposé là? So whenever I get my voice up, I have rising intonation, and whenever I lower my voice, I have falling intonation. Chaque fois mwen baisse voix, mwen gen falling intonation, et chaque fois mwen éleve voix nan fin phrase la, mwen gen rising intonation. Good. Here, what do I have? Ki sa m gen la? Rising intonation or falling intonation? Hi, I am Daniel. Hi, I'm Daniel. Do I say hi, I'm Daniel? I share the secret to you, man. It's a falling intonation. Moi gen un falling intonation because I lower my voice at the end of the sentence. Moi baisse voix m nan fin phrase la. Here I can check it. It's a falling intonation. Let's go now to the next sentence. What's your name? What's your name again? What's your name again? What's your name again? Oh, you know that. Yeah, it's easy because you knew that before. What's your name again? Can you comment? Est-ce qu'on peut commenter? Okay, it's not a problem. You see the same sentence. You can do it better when you see the same sentence. Good. Now, it's a rising intonation. Now, it's your turn. Daniel. Okay? Pay attention. It's a conversation. Daniel. Daniel. Okay? I am Daniel. It's a falling intonation. What's your name again? It's a rising intonation. And the person answers, A again answers, Daniel. Daniel. Is it a falling intonation or rising intonation? Can you down below comment? Okay, in the comment section, say, dis dans commentaire si c'est falling intonation. Write R for rising intonation. Write F for falling intonation below in the comment. Let's go. Let's do it together. On nous fait ensemble. Daniel, what do you say? What do you say? I know you were smart. It's a falling intonation. Why? It's because I lower my voice at the end of this. Daniel. Do I say Daniel? No, it's Daniel. Great. Now you check. Falling intonation. Good. Next one. And the person, B, is talking to A. B says, D-A-N-I-O-T. D-A-N-I-O-T. This is what B says. D-A-N-I-O-T. Now, what do you say? Is it a falling intonation or a rising intonation? D'après au qui s'allie là, falling intonation or rising intonation? D-A-N-I-O-T. Hi, I'm Daniel. What's your name again? Daniel. D-A-N-I-O-T. This is falling or rising intonation. You can comment below in the comment section to say if we have a falling intonation or a rising intonation here in this sentence. D-A-N-I-O-T, D-A-N-I-O-T, or D-A-N-I-O-T. You are smart. It's rising intonation because you say D-A-N-I-O-T. Okay, we don't say D-A-N-I-O-T. No, say D-A-N-I-O-T. It's a rising intonation. You do it, we practice it together. Now, next sentence is for A. Yes. What's your name? What's your name? Daniel asks the question to B. You're gonna know the name of B after. Yes. D-A-N-I-O-T, B. And A says, yes. What's your name? What's your name? Yeah, comment below to say if we have a falling or rising intonation. Here we go, guys. Let's go. Let's work together. Let's work. Hey, comment below. Yes. What's your name? Yes. What's your name? Yes. What's your name? Okay, this is what A answers. Let me show you. Yes. What's your name? It's a falling intonation, guys. You say, what's your name? Not what's your name. It's a falling intonation. Falling intonation. It's a falling intonation. Good. Now the next sentence. And B answers Sarah. Okay, Sarah. 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 And Sarah is a falling intonation in this. When they say Sarah, falling intonation or rising intonation, what do you say? Qui s'en rejoint? Comment below. I'd like to see your answer. If you understand how to use falling and rising intonation, this is the reason why I'd like you comment. I'd like you do that. Comment below and say falling or rising intonation. Yeah, it's a falling intonation because they say Sarah. It's a falling intonation, guys. Falling intonation. And next is excuse me. Excuse me. What do you find here? Falling or rising intonation? Excuse me. Excuse me. Do you find excuse me or excuse me? Excuse me or excuse me? What do you see? It's a rising intonation. It's a rising intonation. Rising intonation. Excuse me. Okay, you see, excuse me. Yeah. Sarah. Sarah. Because Daniel doesn't hear what Sarah says. Daniel says, excuse me, and Sarah answers, Sarah. S-A-R-A-H. Yeah, Sarah. S-A-R-A-H. Is it a falling intonation or rising one? Falling intonation, this one. Falling intonation or rising intonation? Est-ce que c'est falling or rising? You should comment below. Type below in the comment section to say what do you find. And it's a falling intonation because you lower your voice at the end of this sentence. Or you say Sarah, Sarah. At the end of this, you lower your voice. It's a falling intonation. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a falling intonation. Good. Falling intonation. And the last sentence, oh, nice to meet you, Sarah. Nice to meet you, Sarah. Okay. Is it falling intonation or rising intonation? Nice to meet you, Sarah? Or nice to meet you, Sarah? What do you hear? Oh, nice to meet you, Sarah. Nice to meet you, Sarah. Don't you know? It's a falling intonation or a rising intonation. Do you know? Okay, if you find it, you understand the course. And if you don't understand the course, feel free to say that in the comment and identify where exactly you don't understand so that I can help you. It's for you. Si vous pas comprendre quoi, juste dis ça dans commentaire, senti à l'aise pour dire ça dans commentaire et puis identifier qui côté ou pas comprendre. All right. Here, oh, nice to meet you, Sarah. It's a falling intonation. Falling intonation. It's a falling intonation, guys. Now it's time to say the sentences again. Say, A, Daniel is talking to Sarah. Daniel is A and Sarah is B. Hi, I'm Daniel. You see, this is a falling intonation. I am Daniel. What's your name again? You see a rising intonation. What's because of again? What's your name again? Daniel. You see, Daniel. It's a falling intonation again. And Sarah answers, D-A-N-I-O-T. D-A-N-I-O-T. This is a rising intonation. And Daniel answers, yes. What's your name? 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 It's not what's your name. It's what's your name? What's your name? Falling intonation. And Sarah answers, Sarah. Falling intonation again. And Daniel says, Excuse me. Not excuse me. Excuse me. It's a raising intonation. And Sarah answers, Sarah, S-A-R-A-H. It's a falling intonation because at the end of this, we don't get our voice up. Okay. And at the end, oh, nice to meet you, Sarah. This is again a falling intonation. Now we are done with this class, but what I want to be sure if you understand, because I want you to practice intonation and this class will help you a lot. Moi connais, moi espérer que classe a utile non. Let me know if you're satisfied, if you learn. If you have any problem, feel free to say that to me. Please, commentez sur yon problème, dis-moi ça, et puis pratiquez avec moi, pratiquez ensemble, commentez, pratiquez avec mon yo, and then I will be glad the way you practice, the way you show me that you understand, and you're gonna share the video, share it to your friend, and comment below and like it. Love you so much, and it was a big pleasure being there with you. C'est un gros plaisir pour être là avec nous. Ça fait un plaisir. N'a croisé dans l'autre vidéo. Catch you in another video. Bye.